Court is calling 2025 CR 008497 State versus Manuel Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced?
Tony Hernandez on behalf of Mr. Rodriguez.
And are you Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with driving while intoxicated third or more. That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. The state would oppose your application for deferred adjudication if there were one, and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Please, Your Honor.
Anything that you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I would point out that this case has been pending for quite a while, and he's had no violations that have come across indicating that he's in any way violating the admission interlock order. He's also been on monitor since released on bond for some apparent reason, and he has no violations on that either. We would ask the court he is working full time. Yeah, he does stocking for, is it Walmart? Sam's Club. Sam's Club. And he is employed full time. We would ask the court to follow the agreement.
All right. So do you have any children?
I have a boy, he's 24.
Okay. Any grandchildren?
Not that I know.
Hopefully he would tell you.
Yes, I hope.
All right. So it's obvious to the court that you have an alcohol problem because you're here for your third DWI. You're one of those people who cannot drink at all. I don't know anybody that I've ever represented, and probably counsel anybody that you've ever represented who will say, you know what? After I get off at work, I'm going to go have a meal and I'm going to drink myself to intoxication, then drive and kill somebody. Nobody ever, have you ever had anybody to say? Nobody ever says that. You know what ends up happening? You will represent a client sometime who has gone out, had a meal, drank alcohol, is intoxicated, hit somebody, kills somebody, or injures them, and then they come to court crying about how sorry they are. So you are one of those people who cannot drink alcohol at all. And you should have learned that at the first DWI and the second DWI. And now we're here with the third.
Now I'll make one sober.
Well, congratulations. You know, it's one day at a time.
What I'm doing right now.
People, places, and things. All right.
I lost 25 pounds thanks to it.
Oh, see? Well, I don't even drink. I don't know why. It doesn't help me, but okay.
I'm looking forward to doing better.
So how are you maintaining your sobriety? What are you doing?
I'm working, and that's keeping my eye on that. I work 12:30 to 9, and I don't even think about drinking.
Well, here's the thing, because at some point hopefully we all will retire and you will have free time. So you're going to have to figure out how do you maintain your sobriety when you have a lot of free time. You understand?
Yes, I hear.
All right. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be $60 restitution to DPS. All right. So with regards to DWIs statutory, you have to do 10 days in the Bexar County Jail or something else, right? So here are your choices. You can do your 10 days in the Bexar County Jail. It'll start today. Or I can keep you on GPS. And if you're going to be working, it will be partial GPS. And I'll do partial GPS for 20 days. The reason why I'm doing 20 days other than the normal 30 that I usually do is because that he's been on GPS for a while.
Thank you.
So what do you prefer?
Like GPS.
All right, there's to be 20 days partial GPS in lieu of the 10 days at Bexar County Jail. And that's for employment only. So what that means is if you're driving down the street and you see Burger King or something, you're like, you know what, it's right next door. Let me stop there. You're not allowed to do that. You're only allowed for 20 days to go from work to home and work to home. You understand?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
I'm giving him the 20 days partial GPS in lieu of 10 days at the Bexar County Jail.
Okay. We need one of those three would be enough.
There's to be the VIP Live DWI education course. State, how long did you want ignition interlock? All right, ignition interlock for half the term, 200 hours of community service restitution. So you're gonna have to do 200 hours of community service restitution, or I will deduct an hour for every sober support meeting you complete. Field visits, one time per month for 6 months. Probation, is there anything else?
Oh, the GPS, that gonna be, is that the fees of way?
Yes.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, no.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Ms. Abrams, we can do a TAP evaluation out of custody. I mean, it seems that he is maintaining his sobriety, but, and if you could let them know, please don't let that interfere with his work. If he can do it by Zoom, great. All right, I'm sorry.
On the work on the doing my community service, will y'all send me somewhere to go do my community service? Do I-
Probation will let you know. So you have a
Okay.
choice. You can do the 200 hours community service restitution, which it's hot. They're probably gonna have you outside picking up trash or something. Or you can work on your sobriety and do a sober support meeting. So if you were to do 200 sober support meetings, then your community service hours will be deemed satisfied. So it's up to you.
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Ted Cantu Kalunga. Hello. Hi. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Well, today is your plea deadline date. So is this going to be a jury trial?
Not yet.
I mean, it is unless you all have worked out something.
We are in the process, Judge.
Well, Judge, Mr. Bird brought some information to me, on this setting about a civil suit with the victim and the defendant, and he's going to supply that information to me. I need to contact the victim on that because it seems that it would be damaging or possibly very useful for us to go forward on the case. So I don't mind setting it off for trial. If I can check that out and determine whether we're going to proceed forward with the case or not, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson.
Yes, sir.
I need a jury trial date on this case. How long do y'all expect it to last?
I mean, if you want to trial on this, Judge, it's probably 2 days, 3 days at most.
November 12th.
All right, November 12th will be your jury trial date.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you excuse.
Okay.
Court is calling 2025 CR 008548 State versus Philip Adrian Sanchez. Could I have parties announced?
Renee Munoz on behalf of Mr. Sanchez.
And are you Mr. Sanchez?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, state moves to waive the enhancement received solely on UCW with a felony conviction.
You're charged with unlawfully carrying of a weapon with a felony conviction. As a second-degree felony, range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. State recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Into the offense as charged, how do you plead?
No contest.
Reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
If we may, Your Honor,
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
we're asking the court to follow the agreement, Your Honor. There's issues with the case in terms of the evidence linking to a certain degree. But my client does wish for the plea agreement to be accepted by the court. It's my understanding he has a hold as well. So we're asking that the court just follow the agreements for the community supervision, Judge.
Here's the thing, when people don't want you, they don't want you anymore. If somebody is cheating on you, then you have 2 choices to make. Either you accept it, or either you say, you know what? This is not what I think a relationship is. I'm going to leave. You do not put a gun to your head and threaten to kill yourself. And now you have a revocation hearing that's scheduled
It's yes, Your
for
Honor.
parole. Now that's what's happening to you, and you have this case. So are you still in a relationship with her?
Right now, I mean, we're talking, but not really, no.
Okay, that's going to be a no for the court. So I can tell you right now, I'm going to order no contact with her, because obviously that is not a good relationship for either party. Anytime someone threatens to kill themselves because somebody is cheating or somebody wants to leave them,
I was pretty drunk, man. That's
I don't know anybody.
that's the-
Here's the thing, who gets so intoxicated that they will put a gun to their own head.
it's a date, right?
See, and so that's not a relationship for you. And I think your loved ones probably feel the same way. Do y'all have any children together?
No,
And then that's the other thing. When you go to prison, I don't know why people expect for people to wait for them. Nobody's under any obligation that, I'm supposed to put my life on hold for 3 years because you did something silly and you're in prison. No, nobody has to do that. If somebody decides to do that, hey, great. But they're not obligated to. Life goes on when you're behind bars. You understand?
this one.
All right. Are you employed?
Not no more.
Well, I mean, previously, were you
Yes.
employed? Doing what?
With Millburger,
Ah, okay.
yeah, Millburger, Michigan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am. They're all grown.
Any grandchildren?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
She's about to be 1 next month on the 4th.
All right. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty and states you may be excused. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's $1,000 fine that will be probated. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, and there's to be no contact with Jackie, Jackie, Vega, Vega. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order anger management. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Proof of employment within 45 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month for 8 months. Probation, is there anything else?
Did you order a tap evaluation?
All right, we can do, you know what, we can do a MIC evaluation and TAP evaluation in custody.
Your Honor, if I may be heard on that.
Yes.
I know that he does have a hold, and I do know that he was maybe anticipating expediting this process by waiving his right to trial and taking the plea offered by the state, so we can answer to the charges in the other jurisdiction. Judge, foreseeably, I think that if those evaluations are in custody, it's going to keep him here in custody with the recluse spiders, the mold, and the water issues longer, and then he still has to go as he has a hold to answer to those. So we would ask.
I thought he was on parole.
It's a hold.
Yes.
It's my understanding
It's federal probation. It's for this.
federal hold, Your Honor,
Federal
on
hold.
probation.
Oh, so he has a federal case.
It's my understanding. He clarified that. He did say he had a hold, but it seems like it's a federal hold within that jurisdiction. So I know the feds are waiting for this matter to be resolved to see if they're going to revoke or to keep him on probation federally, which our hopes are that, if he's on probation here, they can be on probation as well with the feds and
Well, I
escape.
can say usually it's probably best for him to be evaluated for competency. So the feds can say he's getting help for mental health. But if you are requesting that the MIC and TAP evaluation be out of custody because he has the federal hold, the court will do that unless there's some objections. Probation, your thoughts?
No, that's fine, but we can hold that, that's it.
All right.
Thank you.
So that'll be done out of custody. All right, we can go off the record. So this is what ends up happening. When people go to prison or if they end up getting revoked, they forget about their probation. And then what ends up happening, a motion to revoke is filed. Then they have this pending. If they decide to continue you, do not forget about this probation. So the first thing you need to do if you're released is to check in with probation. And if they do revoke you, you need to speak to your attorney because then maybe there's something else that can be done with this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Court is calling 2023 CR 8715 State versus Jose Yanez. Could I have parties announced?
Jason Garrett for the state, Your Honor.
Charles Butcher for the case.
And are you Jose Yanez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, right, you're charged with failure to stop and render aid. Just 1 second. All right, been indicted as a state failure to stop and render aid with a moving vehicle with an accident that was reasonably likely to result in injury or death. The range of punishment for that is up to a $5,000 fine, up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail, or up to 5 years in the prison. According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication, and there's to be restitution to Salvador Garcia. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plea?
No contest.
After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
A number of things, basically, what I want noted is that Mr. Lanas was only 21 years old the day of this incident. This is his first offense. He has no priors. And the day of incident was August 28th of 2021, and the indictment was filed quite a bit later. And as far as the probation term, I think we had a little bit of well, we weren't too sure. We think if it's just a bodily injury case, it's a state jail felony as the maximum wage punishment. From my review of the discovery, this man didn't use an ambulance. Mr. Lanas did return to the scene, gave an oral report to the officers, and he wasn't arrested at the scene. It wasn't until later his girlfriend got in an accident. That's how he got caught and found out that there was this indictment. So with that in mind, that this is his first offense. He hasn't had any other accidents since. It's probably the best I could tell you about his punishment.
So are you employed in school? What are you doing?
I am not employed anymore.
So what do you do?
I'm trying to apply to go back to college. I stopped to.
All right, are you trying to apply or have you applied?
I have applied.
All right, so have you received an acceptance?
Nothing yet.
Where have you applied?
To Northwest Vista.
And when did you apply?
This was in July.
Okay. This July?
Mhm.
That's keeping things a little bit late.
Yeah.
Because don't they have
So
deadlines?
I stopped going to college to pursue like music.
And how's that
And,
going?
it's going all right. It's just I just kind of wanted to just go back to school.
When you say pursue music, how are you pursuing music?
Like I play the drums for a band.
Oh, what's the name of the band?
It was called Lead Hate.
Let Hate?
Lead Hate.
Oh, lead.
Yeah.
Okay, like Leadfoot, Lead Hate.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like slow heavy metal music.
Okay, I've never heard of slow heavy metal music. I love all types of music, so I love being educated.
So it's like, Black Sabbath,
Yes,
Ozzy Osbourne. It's kind of
I
like
wear Black Sabbath.
it's like that, just like physically heavier and much slower.
So not bat heavy.
Yeah, pretty much not as heavy.
Okay. All right. So since you're not pursuing that anymore and you're not in school and you're not working, what do you spend your time doing?
Practicing my drum set, taking care of my grandpa at home.
I'm sure your grandfather wants you to do
Oh,
more.
yeah, he does.
So you're going to have to do more.
Yes.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. Oh, just as a side note, why didn't you just stop? If you would have just stopped, we wouldn't even be here.
I know. I was like 5 years ago. I was just a big
So you were
shock.
just like,
It
oh my gosh.
was just like, oh my God, like I was just so scared and shocked that I had to go let my boss at Chick-fil-A know, and then I came back to the scene.
Okay. All right. The court will sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication.
Mhm.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment or enrollment in a university within 45 days.
Mhm.
There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. So probation, he can either be enrolled full-time in college or have employment.
Okay.
And for this court, I'm not going to require you to be enrolled in college the way I was enrolled in college, because each semester I would take 21 to 24 hours because it was cheaper. So you need to take at least 8 hours a semester. You understand?
Mhm.
For it to count with the court.
Yeah.
All right. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. That will be deemed satisfied once you complete the driver safety course. And does anyone know if there's restitution to the complainant?
Judge, we reviewed this case with the prior DA, and also Chick-fil-A had insurance on this accident. And that was, in other words, the civil matter regarding the car accident was settled.
Okay.
So there's likely not going to be any further restitution to the complainant.
There's to be restitution, if any, to Salvador Garcia and no contact with Salvador Garcia. There's to be field visits one time per month for 6 months. And Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a 30-day reset for a restitution hearing. And if you all discover that there is no restitution, if you bring it to the court before then, there'll be no need for a restitution hearing. September 25th? I'm sorry, State, you may be excused. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Just a question. So does that have to be for the one or the other, like the school or the job? It has to be one or the other or both?
One or the other.
Okay, I was just curious.
But let me just tell you, in this court, if it's going to be one or the other for you, then that means you're a full-time student. And for this court, full-time student means at least 8 hours per semester.
Mhm.
All right, just have a seat and probation will go over the conditions with you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good one. It's calling 2025 CR 002-899, State versus Richard Ibanez. Can I have parties announced?
Lawrence knows for the state.
Renee Munoz on behalf of Mr. Ibanez.
Oh, Deputy Laura, could you move into the end? And are you Mr. Ibanez? You're charged with theft of property, $2,500 to $30,000. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. According to the plea, there's $1,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication and they're taking in consideration 2025 CR 009645. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead?
Yes.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
If we may, Your Honor.
Anything you would say on behalf of your client?
Respectfully requesting this court follow the negotiated plea bargain agreement, Judge. I know that there was an issue with the U-Haul. My client states that he had lent it out to another person who was supposed to have turned it in. That was probably ill-advised, not the best judgment to rely on someone to carry through his contractual obligation. Needless to say, the truck has been returned to U-Haul as per ADA Megan Galloway. So U-Haul did receive the truck and don't believe there's a restitution amount now as to maybe some of the profits they may have lost out on not having usage of the truck, Judge. There was another case also associated with Mr. Ibanez. He came into court today to answer for the theft charge, and it seems there was a fraudulent use charge that was indicted. Client states that he unfortunately had to resort to dumpster diving to sustain himself. He's fallen on hard times, Judge, but he has indicated he does not have substance use issues or mental health issues. He's just monetarily struggling. We're respectfully asking if the court does follow the agreement that the $1,000 fine be probated, Your Honor. And if the court sees fit to recall the warrant for the fraudulent use of possession of identifying information, we'd respectfully request that as well, Judge, please.
All right, and that case taken in consideration?
Yes, Your Honor. That's the
That's it, okay. So, are you employed?
No.
So how are you supporting yourself?
Diving and scavenging for everything that I possibly can,
Well,
just
do
to
you
eat, just to eat. And
do you
survive.
have a place to live?
I'm working on
So where are you living?
it. Okay.
Okay. So why did this come about,
You mean
the U-Haul incident?
just someone that I knew said that they maybe need to use one and borrow one, and I was renting actually from storage. I had a burned storage at that time, and she talked to me and kind of letting them, renting it for them, and next thing I know, I didn't even know. I was told that they returned it, was returned with the keys and everything, and a year later when I got arrested, so I really wasn't kind of aware of the situation had been, but I was under the assumed that it had been turned in, and that was the deal. I rented it for them, that was it. And
So do you have any family here?
I have a cousin here. That's where I have a mailing address too.
So where is your hometown?
Here.
No, I mean your hometown. Where were you born and raised?
Actually, what I mean, I spent a lot of time here. I have a lot of history here.
So is all of your family in Roswell?
No, my mom was in El Paso, and outside of El Paso, a little town called Van Horn.
So is there anything here for you? Because I will tell you, being on probation is difficult or not. I can imagine it's extremely difficult if you don't have a support system and you're telling me you're living out of your vehicle. Maybe, you want to live where family are.
Been considering that, I moved back here from my daughters. And
Well, I asked you, who are your family here, and you didn't mention any daughters. So how old are they?
they're old, they're 18 and 28, but I mean, they don't talk to me anymore. I haven't been, I
Why is
haven't been
that?
a community, I have no idea.
You have
I've
to
been
know
trying-
why
I've
your
been trying to
children are
figure
not.
it out. Judge, I've asked them and I haven't gotten any reason why.
Well, let me ask you this. Were you a good father to them?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is your
Mm.
idea of a good father?
I raised them.
All right, so that's odd that they wouldn't talk to you.
That's why me and your mother don't talk very well. I'm not sure if I haven't found a reason why. So cheap. I'm still trying to find that out. You're getting emotional. I mean, it's just where I'm at.
So you're saying you raised them, but they won't talk to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, once we got a divorce and stuff, they weren't with her, but we were still in very good terms. When I was in the oil field working and stuff like that, I used to go to El Paso and see them all the time. I worked to stay in their lives, you know what I mean? And it just, at some certain point in time, they stopped talking to me. And I couldn't figure out why. I've always tried to be in their lives, but this time, my ex just kind of.
Well, I
wasn't
will
gonna
tell
allow
you, you're gonna have to start taking a internal, evaluation of your life and find out whether or not being in San Antonio is best for you. If you decide that you want to leave to be near family, if you let probation know, we'll have to do a transfer of your probation to another place. You understand? All right. But in this court, you're going to have to get employed. You understand? Court is going to sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. There's $1,000 fine to be probated. Take in consideration 2025 CR 009645. The warrant should be recalled in that case. There's to be no contact with Mary Escalona. Proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And here's the thing, you're going to get drug tested.
Okay.
What are you going to be positive for?
Um,
Here's the thing, just be honest with me and tell me the truth.
Kristen,
All right,
I think,
so
I think,
see, and that's the reason why maybe your children don't have contact with you. So you gotta, here's the thing, when I have someone, sure, once in the blue moon, the person their family was horrible to them. Mother turned their children against them. But usually there's other things that are going on. So there's gonna be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm gonna run a referral to felony drug court, and if you could coordinate
Yeah.
that and make sure that he does that, and that's gonna be
Will
done
do.
out of custody, and you need to make sure that you make that. If you do not, a warrant is gonna be issued for your arrest, you understand?
That sounds good, Your Honor. I'll coordinate with Sean with that as well.
When's the last time you used?
mm,
Tell the truth.
history.
Yesterday?
Well, Your Honor, I know where your concerns are. My concern is that, we're asking, the warrant be recalled and the like because my client's vehicle where he's living out of is parked right now. And if he does not answer for that, it's going to be towed and he's going to be in a mess of trouble. So I know that the court may have concerns about a tap, in custody, but.
Well, no, I'm thinking about felony drug court. So if you can do me a favor,
Okay.
before he's released today from this courtroom, if somebody can call felony drug court and see maybe if they could schedule an appointment for him tomorrow, or either he can stop over there today because he has his vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I'll definitely reach out likely to Ms. Zamaron to see if those arrangements can be made, judges.
All right. So there's a referral to felony drug court out of custody, tap evaluation out of custody. And if not accepted to felony drug court, then he's to return back to court. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Probation, is there anything else?
No.
And I'm sorry, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Thank you too, very much.
All right, you're welcome. We can go off the record. You're gonna have to make sure that you stay in touch with probation. If you think you're gonna use, you need to pick up the phone and call probation or call somebody. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And I'm so sorry, probation, if you're at sober support meetings for him, and we'll start with 60 and 60 days, and then felony drug court will take over from there.
Yes, sir.
So when you leave here, I'm ordering that you do a sober support meeting today. You understand? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, on Rodolfo Briceño, is this an application?
No, you're.
So how's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. People were saying, oh, are you team Jeremiah or a Conrad or something?
Who's that? I don't
Well,
know.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, who's?
Is there a pop culture thing that I'm missing out on?
It's something about the summer I turned pretty or something.
Sure.
Oh, is it a TV show?
It's
Oh.
like a good guy, and then the other one is kind of like a bad boy.
But here's the thing.
Oh, I'll
I'm
have to.
understanding now that somebody's told me they're brothers, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, let me just tell you, my mom would have put a stop to that nonsense real quick. She was like, excuse me, this is the summer you turn pretty, but my sons are not
And
competing.
stayed at home. Did you watch Hunting Wives?
No, I haven't seen,
You
okay,
gotta watch it.
all right, that's on my list.
It is that Hunting Wives. You have to watch it alone. Don't watch it in public.
And here, like, what are you all talking about?
TV show. Sorry.
I will tell you, one time I went as a defense attorney, because I would always go see my clients at the jail. I would try to see them once a week, and I would ride the via bus. So I would ride the via bus to the courthouse. And then once I finished at the courthouse, I would walk to the, yes.
Wow.
Oh, it was fine. So I would walk there and there was a bondsman office that was right on the corner. And so it would take $1 to get a soda. And they'd be like, Stephanie, for you, it's free. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And then I would go see my clients. And so when you're a defense attorney, you have all these clients you have to see. And then some of my clients, their family would never visit them. So you're the only person they see.
Mhm.
So sometimes you would end up, I'll never forget my client. He was asking me, how was Godzilla? That's how long ago since it's been since I
The
was
movie.
there. And it was the one with, what is his name? The guy who played in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Matthew Broderick.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't believe my client is here. He has a serious case and he wants to know what happened in Godzilla. So we talked. So hopefully, you know that your attorney is 100% focused on your case.
Yes.
But sometimes it helps when you talk about other things,
Yes, ma'am.
so that people can realize there's still humanity out there. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I used to watch Netflix with my wife and my kids.
Oh, what was one of your
Shows.
favorite shows?
That one and
Did y'all do Wednesday?
no.
Don't tell me you're doing Walking Dead and you're like, well, my 3-year-old and I were walking.
Oh, gosh.
There's some other shows like that for my kids that I would watch with them. I don't remember the names.
I will tell you, growing up, I now have to tell my mom, I'm so sorry you were watching Hey Arnold
Oh, I remember that cartoon.
and then SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm
Oh,
like, I'm sorry, Mom.
That's a legend. A classic.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna go on the record in 2025 CR 004541 and 2025 CR 004546. State versus Rodolfo Briceño III. Can I have parties announced?
Lauren left in for Mr. Briceño.
And are you Mr. Briceño? You're charged with theft of property, $2,500 or more with 2 previous convictions. Those are state jail felonies. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. According to your plea bargain agreement, there's a $1,000 fine. The cases are to run concurrently. Punishment is to be assessed at 11 months in the state jail facility. State will take in consideration 2025 PF 11592, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes,
Then in the cause number ended in 41, how do you plea?
no contest.
And the cause number ended in 46, how do you plea?
No contest.
State in each cause number after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we ask you follow the agreement.
All right. Why do you keep stealing?
That was a backtrack for me.
Hmm?
That was the backtrack for me. I was staying at a motel. I needed some money. But then after that, I started going to school.
So here's the thing. You have children,
Yes, ma'am.
and what are their ages?
18, 13, 4, 3, and 1.
All right. So your last name is Briceño the third. So that means that there was a second and there was a first. So do you have any relationship with Briceño Jr. and Briceño Sr.?
My grandpa passed away. My dad is.
All right. And were they good parents and a good grandfather?
Yes.
You're ruining the name. And then if you have a son, is he the fourth? You're ruining the name for him. Now, your son has all this baggage that they're going to have to try to repair this name. And can you imagine if everybody in this courtroom fell on hard times and our answer to falling on hard times was to go to stores and start stealing? That's what you're doing. And there are plenty of places, and I see part of the things that you were taking were baby formula, diapers, but there are plenty of places where you can get free baby formula, get free diapers. You don't have to go in and steal. And then the other thing is, people want to be fruitful and multiply, fine, but you have to start thinking children are expensive. So how am I going to pay for daycare if I'm going to work or if the mother has to work? Instead of just saying, oh, my dad will watch them or my mother will watch them, because nobody asked them. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Children are expensive. You got to pay for diapers. And in your situation, if you can't afford diapers, you know what you should have done? I can't afford diapers, so I'm going to go the cloth route. But nobody wants to do cloth diapers. You know why? Because it's not convenient. It's extra work, because then you got to wash them. You understand? You're going to have to start making better decisions. Otherwise, when you wake up, that 1-year-old is probably going to be 3 or 4 and doesn't even recognize you. And do not let them bring the children to the Bexar County Jail to meet with you. You just heard me say how nasty the jail is. Do not have them coming to visit you at the state jail facility. It's nasty, it's filthy, and you don't want your children to get in the habit of thinking seeing dad behind bars is okay, and that's a nice place to be. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And each cause number as previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. And the cause number ending in 46, the court will sentence you to 11 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. This is right concurrent with 2025 CR 004541. Take in consideration 2025 PF 11592. And in cause number ending in 41, court will sentence you to 11 months in the state jail facility. There's $1,000 fine, time and money will run concurrently. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 004546. Taking consideration 2025 PF 11592. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing in either of those cases?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
And just so the court knows, these cases were about a year old, and since then he did enroll in cosmetology school and so he is aspiring to do better, and hopefully when he's released, he'll be able to finish that education. So he is trying.
Usually males do very well in
Yeah.
cosmetology school.
Yeah,
That's who you go to for a good haircut, if you're
exactly.
female. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's true. So hopefully this doesn't derail you totally when you start.
No,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting done and finishing, get my license.
All right, so let me explain something about getting your license. Both of these cases are what's called crimes of moral turpitude. So when you try to get your license, this is gonna pop up. But it's not impossible for you to get your license, but you just cause an impairment to that, right? But there is someone who graduated from felony drug court, and everybody was telling them, you can't be an attorney. I'm sorry, that dream is dead for you because of all your past. And guess what? He has his license. He's an attorney. It just took him extra steps to do it. And he had extra things to prove to people. So it's not impossible, but you're going to have to do extra steps. You're going to have to get letters from people and show that you changed. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Yes, ma'am.
Here's this.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, thank you. God bless you too.
He's a nice guy. So I went to a CLE on Saturday where the TLAP attorney spoke.
Mhm.
And he told, I mean, this was wild.
Oh, yeah, it is, right?
Yeah, but he told his own story, which is in 1990, he picked up an ag assault on a public servant for pulling a gun on a process server.
Yeah.
And that's when TLAP apparently stepped in for him, helped him get into rehab, and he's still a lawyer.
Okay, let me just tell you,
Mind blowing.
this is something about being an attorney.
Ready to go. Get it.
A lot of things are forgivable, but one thing that usually they don't forgive and you get disbarred, if you commingle funds
That's a
with
big-
your client,
Yeah,
or if you take your client's money,
taking.
or if you don't stay in contact with your client. So those are the three things you should always do.
I was gonna say lying to the bar.
Yes.
That's a big no.
Oh, yeah, that is. And
That-
if they set something for a hearing, show up.